Welcome back, ladies and gents. It's been a while. Second big break of the year, in fact. Just over 100 years ago, there was a pandemic in Europe. To be specific, between 1918 and 1920. So Great War had finished. Along comes this ghastly pandemic. Some experts say it killed hundreds of thousands, some say millions, and others say that perhaps 100 million people suffered or died as a result of that pandemic, guys. That pandemic, commonly known as Spanish flu, it doesn't really matter whether it was 100,000 or 100 million. What does matter is that I know how every single one of them felt. I was dead, guys, for about 4.5 days. Absolutely mashed. Sleeping for 16, 17 hours a day. Zero energy, zero appetite. But wow. I mean, beats Ozempic for a little bit of a flash crash diet, I tell you. 5% body weight gone in less than a week. Impressive stuff. So folks, what I'm trying to say is that if you want to get sick, save some money and lose weight, hang around Spanish people more, okay? And do your best to get sick, like I did. Now the good news is that I'm kind of better. Bad news is not completely better. Interesting perspective. That's why people sit there, or you can see the gent on the left in the phone box. I mean, today it's remarkably warm compared to last week. What I mean by that, well, last time we were out it was 5, 6, 7 degrees. Today it feels really balmy. I feel overdressed. In fact, I'm the only person I've seen that's got gloves on. It's about 12, 13 degrees. It was raining this morning. It was raining all night. It stopped. However, the forecast is for rain, mush, all afternoon. I say all afternoon because yours truly, having had quite a tough few days, has a very mucked up sleeping pattern. So we're out a lot later than usual, guys. Well, actually not a lot later. We're out later than usual. I have no idea what happened to Joe Biden, but he's turned up here in London, folks. That's Hunter taking the pictures. Extraordinary, eh? Really. I'm tempted to say hello and ask for an autograph, but I think the Secret Service are probably lurking behind me. Yes, so massively improved, folks. The weather and myself. I'm not 100% back to normal, but I did think to myself, look, at some point you've got to push, see, and find out. I know my voice is still a teeny bit off. I was actually told it yesterday on a phone call, so I thought, oh, maybe I shouldn't bother making a video if it's not right. But I don't think it's off so much that it was a bad idea to be out and about today. I wouldn't risk getting sick again prematurely. So I'm feeling pretty good actually, but I will have to avoid anyone speaking Spanish. In fact, I'm going to run the other way. It's funny actually because I remember joking at some length last week about all of those germy French and Spanish tourists, and boom, didn't they get me? Yes, they did. Well done, guys. Knocked me out of action for a week. Not necessarily a bad thing, to be fair, because we did capture the first weekend and then the subsequent first few days of half-term week. So I count that as a win. Would have been nice to finish up. However, having had the time yesterday to see what I missed in the last 5-6 days, I was shocked for two reasons. First of all, it appears that I missed absolutely nothing. I mean, if there was something, nobody else caught it because they didn't find a single interesting incident of any kind. But more importantly, and this was quite surprising actually, not having flicked through for a while, the amount of absolute rubbish on almost every other channel is depressing. incredibly depressing, to be honest. Zero commentary, zero humour, zero knowledge, zero education, zero anything. Just a bunch of moron robots standing there filming and hoping, praying that something might happen, and when it doesn't, inventing that something's happened by either patching a bunch of old footage together or making up a misleading title for clicks. Imagine the tragedy, guys, how sad you need to be to mislead everybody so that they'll click on your video so you can make 5p to buy some ramen. Pathetic. However, having found out that one very well-known face, I won't mention which regiment because it doesn't really matter, let's just say a well-known face will not be seen at Horse Guards again because that individual decided that they've had enough of the idiots and spammers. So that individual will not be seen again sitting on a horse or elsewhere at Horse Guards. Just waiting for the police to deal with this. No idea who it is. Let me see if I can walk across. I'm not sure if they have actually closed it. Officers, okay to cross?
Yes, sir. Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
Thanks a lot. I wasn't sure if that was the PM. Right. So yeah, folks, bit of a pity, but there it is. And that was someone we should have seen again later this year. Very unfortunate, actually. I was a bit surprised to hear that, but I guess at the end of the day, you get tired of people posting rubbish. And that particular example was something that was very highly sensationalized, so I can well understand why this particular individual decided to opt out. All I can say is I wish you well. Oh, what's he trying to capture? Hopefully not me. Oh, flip, that's definitely... You see that, guys? That was a Spanish tourist. I did mention about the weather overnight, as you can see. Look at this massive puddle that's reflecting our own mini version of the Colosseum. I see mini version, it's a teeny weeny version. And luckily I can march right through the middle of the puddle to get you great pictures because I've got waterproof boots on. Completely 100% waterproof. So people probably look at me like I'm completely mad. Why is the idiot with the camera standing in the middle of the puddle? Why not? I mean, my boots need a bit of a clean anyway. Colours, in fact. The slightly murky green, but hey, actually the boots are cleaner than when I got here. Brilliant. A free wash. So that, guys, is the state of play. So my apologies for being away and not being able to provide my usual somewhat engaging content. Right, we've just had a changeover, which means the two troopers and the two horses that we're going to see shortly will be here for, well, I mean, pretty much the whole video. Gosh, I didn't realise it rained that much overnight. I didn't really remember seeing so much groundwater here on this part of the approach to Horse Guards. Quite wonderful, actually. I'm just looking at the reflection of the building in this giant puddle as we approach. Okay, Horsey decides to give us a little show. Bit of clippy cloppiness. Got the usual couple of morons out here all the day, filming, streaming, blah blah blah. What a surprise! I don't recognise this trooper, guys. Haven't seen him for a while. He reminds me massively of a certain lifeguard. We'll see. What's wrong? I don't know what's wrong either, guys. But this horse, yeah, you beautiful. We just missed the gatesman popping back in. Is going to be our horse of the day. or our picture of the day as the horse. Why? Well, a couple of reasons, guys. One, he's a bit nervous. Might be a new one, no idea. If he's not a new one, we're about to find out, because you know what? I've decided if somebody wants to try and grab my camera, they're going to have to take me with it. So camera and myself are back in action with regular pictures for Jarl. The only problem actually is going to be getting that hoof number. 1 second. Okay, I think we've got the hoof number. Not sure if horse is going to... There we are. Beautiful. Look at the camera. Is that no? Yes, no. Okay, I think we got a clearish picture of the horse. Let's have a look. The thing is, I don't want to stand here too kind of casually in case he runs towards me. Ooh, hoof number. He's like, you know what? Yeah, you might have my hoof number, but that doesn't mean you have my name. Yes, it does, horsey. Wait and see. Okay, so my money is on it being, guys. Okay, this will be an interesting one actually. If I'm right about this, and there's no guarantee I am, because I'm not right in front enough to get a perfect picture of the hoof, instinctively, and from what I've seen so far, hey morning, I'm pretty sure, afternoon exactly, I'm pretty sure that this one is moving away from everyone else so they can't hear me. Pretty sure it's Shearer. Yeah, spelt like the footballer. I say pretty sure. I mean, the hoof number's fairly clear, but not crystal clear. So I'm going to go with Shearer, at least for the moment, for this one. Let's move away for a second from Mr. Shearer, give him some space. It's pretty busy here, actually. Mr. Shearer. To the other end, we've got a professional photographer and another, it would seem, slightly nervous horse. Monday Blues. Now Shearer's calmed down. I think he was just acting up for the camera. He's like, oh, there's that guy who's been away for a week. If I act up, I can be in his video. Hello, bro. Don't worry about the box. Does he seriously think he can make a mess on the street here? Hope his friend's got some paper in his bag. Cheeky scoundrels, eh? Look at them. Straight in the box. However, as you heard, the tourists behind me. Get out of the box. Oh, and apparently it was really hard to take a picture. That's my very weak attempt at a US accent, guys. This is why my acting career failed. I did apply to MGM, Warner, Universal, Paramount. They all said, John, you've got no chance, son. Just like this guy and his social situational awareness of cameras. He doesn't have any. Oh, hey bro, thanks. Alright, who's next? Horses like me. Beautiful light actually today, I must say. At the other end it's really good, but at this end it's particularly unusual. It's a bit of a mix. Trafalgar Square end looks like it's about to pour with rain. Parliament Square end is very sunny. Now that excites me. Why? Not because I've got a weather fetish, but because it means possibly a rainbow, folks. Yep. A rainbow, how about that? Glorious pride rainbow here over Horseguards. Possibly. I'll keep looking when the sun does burst out. I don't think we've ever got a good, very good video of a rainbow. Okay, so whilst we're at the other end, let's see which horse we've got here. I will 100% confirm Shearer or not, guys, at some point when the spammers step aside at the other end. Meanwhile, this one is... It's funny, some of you thought I'd lost access to the horsey list. That's why I stopped announcing them, but hey guys, it's my list, so... This is Valiant, I believe, this one. Yep, am I right, Valiant? I think I am. empty this end. Okay, so as it's been a while, guys, we'll have a little stroll into the yard. Who have we got? Who have we got? Not Armand. Wow, that's who we haven't got. Where is Armand? I don't know. I've seen him for ages. Maybe he's never going to be seen again. Oh, here are the bros that went into the box at the front. Yeah, that's it. Just casually put your leg up against the wall. Pretend you're an Instagram model. Don't worry the fact that you're in a 200-year-old grade 2 listed Palladian masterpiece military barracks. That's also an official royal entrance. Nice colours though, actually, folks. I like the way that the damp area highlights the cobbles. It's almost like when the horsey pees on the cobblestones in the box, and it kind of drains and we get this glorious pattern. Look at that pattern on the ground. Fantastic, eh? Really, really interesting. Other side, Gatesman, who, yes, we did sadly just miss. We'll get him again shortly when he leaves his post. Got a bit of flaring when we point the camera this way, which is annoying. I was actually hoping, secretly, they left the box open. But nah, they haven't left the box open. And I think the more we fail to film him, the more this cheeky little scoundrel horsey is going to act up. Look, he's like, oh god, this flipping guy's back with his camera again. Oh, hold on a second. There's me concentrating on the wrong horse. You wouldn't believe it, would you guys? We've always said it's the other end that is the problem. But it appears to be, did I say Valiant? Mr. Valiant, who's having a bit of a moment this morning, unfortunately. There have been quite a few odd moments this week. Oh. Oh, goodness me. YouTuber gets owned. He's not paying attention. Funny, no? But I mean, they're both out of the box at this point. Like, hold on, how? Why? What the flip? That's rare, no? One's settled down, now the other one's kicked off. Huh? That is super odd. I don't remember that happening. I can't even speak. Happening recently. Funny thing is, when was it? A few days ago, I think I posted a kind of. Was it? I can't remember if it was a double knockdown video or a different one. I always wonder what would happen actually if one of us YouTubey, filmy type people got in the guard's way. And luckily, even though it has in the past been me, today it wasn't me. Flipping hell, guys. I mean, I know the horses might have missed me a teeny bit, but they're really acting up for the camera, aren't they? I can't understand it. I could have actually been caught in a horse sandwich. I would have gotten squished. In fact, if I'd been squished on the floor by these two giant horses, folks, I would officially have been a horseradish. Why would they suddenly both get so unsettled? Nothing happened here. No strange noise, no colours, no flags, no anything really, but just boom. It's almost like one responded to the other one. Very curious, right? Very curious indeed. Oh, this one's settled down. Thing is, no way of knowing which one's going to kick off again next. I think we'll just concentrate on the horses today. This jogger coming through now is super smart. He's realised that if he ever gets lost, he'll be found really fast. I mean, imagine dressing like a tangerine and running down the main road through central London. You're not going to stay lost for very long, are you? That's for sure. See, look, every time we get close, the horse is like, come closer, young man. Step closer. Maybe, in fact, the horse doesn't like the reflection. Maybe he can spy his own reflection. I can't see it. I don't want to get any closer from this angle, but it's possible that he can see himself in that massive puddle. What do we think? Could he have been scared by his own reflection? I have that quite regularly, guys. In fact, most mornings in the bathroom, I get a real fright when I see myself first thing in the morning. Okay, interesting jogger outfits. I mean, that's more colours going on in one single pair of outfits than some tourists wear in a year. Oh, let's hope the horse doesn't misread that logo on her bag as "Let's go" and run off down the street. No. Okay, now they seem to have settled down again. Okay, let's get ourselves a teeny weeny bit around the crowd. Oops. It's okay, go ahead. I mean, easier said than done, folks, to go around the crowd when the crowd then forms up right in front of me. Okay, here we are, back at the hunt. I try my hardest to stay at the end where there are the least people filming. And not only strategically is it smart, but it also means that everything gets captured if there's more than one person here. If something major happens here, I prefer that somebody capture it than no one capture it. I don't really care if it's me. I'm looking for one of two things. The morning's best dressed tourist or somebody with a famous look-alike. This horse is probably thinking, well, my famous look-alike is Ormond. Oh, first time we've seen Bro. Troopers like, oh, get out of the box and take your stupid suitcase with you. Why would you take your whole suitcase? Even my friends laugh at me, just like, honestly. I mean, it's one thing to kind of go over. How did the trooper not laugh? I swear he's trying hard not to laugh at this point. That was so funny. Oh, here we go. That's the suitcase. Brilliant. That was cute moment, actually. Who's next? Who is going to step up and demonstrate their stupidity, folks, for the world? I do like the gatesman, I must admit. He's saying make way when he came out, despite everybody being a little bit distracted by the nervous horses. Pretty cute, to be honest. Brew with the suitcase just vanished there. You saw him probably through the railings on the left. Oh. I'll be saying closer. Soldier saying nope. Quite sweet, actually. Who's next? Oh, they've had a bit of a marital, that couple. 1 second. He's marched off. Look, he's got the hump and marched off. Hubby, they got her into trouble. If I feel the need to cough, guys, I will pre-warn you. It's kind of lingering. So far I'm able to control it, but yeah, I'll warn you in advance, people. Okay, I like her shoes. They're kind of like molded to her feet. Brilliant. Okay, this is the twin sister of the girl that just came up a minute ago. Actually, guys, I lied. She hasn't got a twin. It's the same girl. I'm trying hard not to make myself laugh because excuse me, I will cough. Apologies, guys. Hopefully that will be the first and last cough in this episode. Okay, so let's leave that trooper alone for the moment. How we did, I swear he was trying to hold it in. He definitely wanted to laugh. There's no doubt he wanted to laugh at all. Oh flip, he's back again with his suitcase. As if he didn't have enough the first time. I think he wants a bit more time in our video. That's what it is. I did say to you, didn't I, that I try and 100% confirm this is Shearer. And I will do that just because it's been such a long time since we've seen Shearer. We have seen Shearer before, but horse looks directly at the camera when I said that. Now I'm convinced it is Shearer. It's like, of course it's me, stupid. Yeah, I'm pretty convinced it is. Hold on. Let's get ourselves around these tourists. Whee! And in for the hoof shot, guys. As I said, I'm pretty sure it is. I want to be certain. If it's not Shearer, then I'll be shocked. It's Shearer, yeah. We will be back at that end in a second. Notice the very moody sky, which is saying we've got a very good chance. You can see actually the clouds are moving. See that piece of a little sort of white speck moving across the building, the light coloured building. Very good chance of a rainstorm and a rainbow. Fingers crossed. Okay, tour guides are out and about. This gent is a tour guide, a very well known one. And something of a messianic figure. Very knowledgeable though, to be fair. How quickly they settled down though. What do we think, equestrians? What are possible explanations for what we saw with two horses going a bit loco at the same time? Simultaneous loco. Oh, wait, did she speak Spanish? Hold on, I need to get away. I can't be near, in fact I can't be within 100 feet of anyone that looks like, sounds like, or acts like they're from Spain. Otherwise I'm going to regress, guys. I'm going to be back in my health coma again for another week. I can't face that trauma. She was pretty close actually. I don't know how germs... we have any doctors or medical people watching the channel? If somebody sneezes on me, how far away should I be to avoid getting sick? In other words, given the velocity of the sneeze, how much gunk comes out, what are the chances that that will hit my face and infect me? What do we think? I asked my my medic eldest about theories of why and how I got sick, and the response was an interesting one. You mix with too many people, was what I was told. But then again, filming fairly regularly, if not daily, semi-daily, in one of London's busiest hotspots for tourists. I mean, what do we do, guys? We can either stop filming here, or I can wear one of those kind of hazmat protective uniforms, hazmat suit. I zip myself up so I'm in my own little ecosphere. The only problem is I probably end up melting. Imagine filming in a hazmat suit and it's 35 degrees in the summer. However, being serious for a moment, one thing I'm definitely going to do next autumn is have the winter flu jab. Because not once in my life did I get sick, twice in quick succession. Remember, after Paris, back in January, I was sick, and then end of Feb, sick again. Can't be having this much downtime. Definitely not. It's not on. I'm a professional, and it's important, guys, that I'm out to capture what happens here as a minimum, absolute minimum, 3 mornings a week. But I try to aim for 5. to be fair. Five's a good number. That said, horse is super interested in the conversation. 5, 6, even 7 days a week are possible once we get to summer proper. I think by the end of next week we might well hit 15 degrees. And then guess who's going to be moving out of his winter order into his summer order? I can't wait to wear like a gilet over a jumper as opposed to all this heavy kit. The most annoying part of filming in the winter is getting dressed before you go outside and having to do that in reverse when you get home. It's a super annoying waste of time. In the summer, it's literally just wake up, cap on the street, in the hood. One thing I haven't really noticed this morning is much of a deluge through the tunnel from the Mall and the palace. Curious. I don't know if there was a wet mount in the palace this morning because I don't know if it was raining at 11 a.m. Wouldn't surprise me. Given how much water there is on the ground, it could well have been pouring down in the hour before I got outside. Good to see the horse have been rotated, but one thing I did notice actually yesterday when I picked out that still image of Ormond smiling, I think it's the first time I ever saw Ormond smile. It was just a single frame or so. Oh, Frenchies. Okay, that's alright, I don't think I'm going to get sick. But I thought I'd post it because I don't think we'd ever seen Ormond's teeth unless they've been sunk into a tourist's arm or somewhere else on their body. One thing I noticed, sorry guys, the point was that I noticed the Z horses have been absent for a while. We haven't seen, and yes, I know some of them are lifeguard horses, Zorba, Zambezi, Zutalor, etc. for a while. I don't actually remember whether we've seen them this year. Now, of course, the horses are rotated. That's what keeps them so healthy. You know, they're out to grass, they come back, they get clipped, blah, blah, blah. Some are in Windsor, some are in Melton, they're all over the place. But yeah, the Z horses. Zara, that's another one. I forgot the rest. I mean, there's 6 or 7. I can't remember all of them. But you know where I'm going with this. They've been away for a while. Now, I'm hoping that, like Mr. Mond, all of the truly magnificent beauties, Q10, another one, will all be rolled out like a new model of car, starting with the Easter holiday. That's my secret hope, guys. No guarantees and all, but plus we've got the new lettering starting pretty soon. That's another thing to bear in mind. Will I have some new letters for you, or rather new names? Maybe. I have to see, guys. I'm being really careful of anyone that looks or sounds Spanish. What about him? I don't want to get Juan Germ anywhere in my immediate vicinity, guys, not Juan. I mean it, seriously, okay? Jokes aside. Okay. So I'm now standing pretty much exactly where the Lance Corporal or Corporal of Horse emerges from the yard for the changeover. Speaking of which, here is the boss. There's the chief. He's like, on the first floor, I was thinking of replacing the double bed with a king size. I'm also not particularly fond of the curtains. They don't keep out the light. And as summer's coming, I'd prefer to be woken after 10 a.m. if at all possible. So it's just a chat about upgrades to the furnishings. Bear in mind the Corporal of Horse has a whole floor of rooms, 8 or 9 rooms, Little swimming pool, jacuzzi bath, so many benefits being the NCO here, guys. Not to mention the snooker room, the gym, the sauna, and everything else that the troopers and the NCOs get to enjoy below horse guards. Yeah, not a lot of people know about that. Speaking about interesting things, look at this. I'm just going to cross over to the middle, just got an interesting shot. The horse box next to an old classic route master. How about that? That's a really interesting juxtaposition of that modern vehicle with the old route master there. Are there any horses in the Oakley horse box? Probably. I mean, we didn't get to see them. I was hoping we might have seen at least one horse peering out, but nah, sadly not, guys. Oh, what the flipping hell? What's this guy doing, bro? Incidentally, another farmers' protest coming up quite soon, guys, which we'll be here for. A couple of weird kind of kids behind me when I was on the island over there. I'm not going to film them, but they're having a little chat about something over here. Very moody. 1 second. Oh, flipping hell. Obviously I have to move back at the second the gatesman emerges. What a surprise. Terrible timing by me. Okay, he's going straight back in. Yeah. Those two. Interesting. Definitely something off there. I really didn't like how close he was to me either when I was filming. Definitely something off. Worry about that in a minute. Okay, so Gatesman has decided that having been to the gate, he's now going to the tunnel. Other horse is having a flipping meltdown again at the front. What a surprise. I bet that horse is now going to run off down to Trafalgar Square or something as we're heading into the tunnel. Just my flipping luck. And I bet the trooper's not even going to stay at the end now. I bet he's going to turn around and come back in again. Yeah, look. Great light though, in fact. Brilliant light for him to march toward the camera. Look at this. Magnificent light behind him, in fact. No, that's not another trooper, guys. That's a random tourist who clearly had his teeth done at a Turkish clinic. Every time I think he's going to stand at the end, but nah, maybe in 2 months. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, 100%. I did notice something weird though. Did you see the two kids that were over in the middle, like on the traffic island? Definitely something weird. They're talking about or plotting something on their phone, maybe doing some stupid thing or whatever. They were super close, really close to me, like uncomfortably close. So I guarantee they're going to do something, or they're thinking about doing something. Maybe not though, if the police are at the front gate. Let's see if they're still there, folks. Actually, wait, no, they're not on the potential traffic island. I'm not sure if that means they came back out to the front. 1 second. It's amazing how quick people can vanish. I don't see them. Doesn't mean they're not here. It just means I can't see them at the moment. When something's off, I've got a literal sixth sense for reasons that don't really matter. It's just about the kind of shiftiness, you know, when it feels like somebody's either going to try and take something, put their hands in your pocket or something else. When somebody gets within probably 3 to 4 inches of you physically, it's not normal, is it? We know this. Because people tend to give others a little bit of personal space. So that, to me, says something is off. And now they've vanished. other horse seems to have settled, in fact, although we've spent nowhere near enough time at the other end. So hi-ho, that is where we're going to go. To the other end. Oh wow. That's quite impressive, isn't it? Oh, that's Rapunzel's here from Ukraine. Look at that hair. Goodness me, extraordinary. I thought the Ukraine protest was yesterday outside the Russian consulate in Notting Hill. Lots of photographer types here today as well. Actually, hold on a second. Is he an auditor? Auditors normally use those old camcorder type things. I'm thinking DJ, Pure, etc. I'll ask him in a second. Hold on, let's wait. Now, the horse box we saw is just going along at the end of the tunnel. I spy an auditor. I will elaborate on what an auditor is shortly, guys. I know that's a very popular question on this channel, and I will address that shortly. Let me find out first if he is. Be interesting to see. Actually, no, he's not covering his face, so it's highly, highly unlikely he's an auditor. Between now and him actually moving, I will explain what an auditor is. Okay, so somebody that overly familiarises themselves with laws regarding public access to land, regarding such things as the legalities of flying drones, weight of the drone, where it can be flown, when it can be flown, etc., etc. Very familiar with police policies, procedures, criminal law, civil law, specifically relating to issues such as trespass. Trespass being a particularly interesting example because trespass is a civil offence in the UK. However, at the point of it becoming aggravated trespass, i.e. a landowner requests that somebody leave their private land, there is then a refusal to do so. That arguably would become aggravated trespass, which then becomes a criminal offence. It's really, you know, really arcane. Trespass is a good example, but there are other offences which I say offences, I mean, you know, an offence is a criminal act. Offences which are not actually offences, they fall under civil law, but the police sometimes do turn up and get involved only to have to be told by auditors that, hey, this is really not your role. So what do auditors do? They effectively act as a checks and balances system on public authorities. So not just police, but private security and others. For example, those who think that there isn't a right to fly a drone over a commercial business to gather aerial footage. There is a right as long as that drone weighs under 250 grams. For example, the DJI Mini Pro I think is 249 grams. That's not a coincidence. So auditors audit. They audit by pulling up police who often themselves are on the wrong side of the law. I know it sounds like a terrible thing, but it happens, guys. Now, that's not to say that auditors exclusively do a public service. Some do, and are exceedingly professional about it. DJ I mentioned before. AY Audits, who we did capture here in the yard and had a chat with us a couple of weeks ago on our video. He's exceedingly knowledgeable and professional. And a few others. My personal favourite auditing channels are DJ, AY, and Pure. There are lots, but those are the ones that I think are worth watching. One, because of the comic nature of how they lure people in by pretending not really to know what they're talking about, and then boom, you know, it's only once they've kind of got the authorities on a bit of a hook that they then elaborate on exactly what the law is. and extraordinary as it might sound, many auditors know the law better than the police. Yeah. Certainly when it comes to police body cam footage and the fact that officers should make you aware that you're being recorded at the earliest opportunity, as opposed to just recording you covertly. Yeah. It's not illegal for them to do so, but it goes against their own policies. And that's something that, unfortunately, officers make a mistake with very regularly, and auditors pull them up on it. You know, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but it makes good content. I personally have no desire to audit because I think I'm pretty good at what I do already. However, I don't have a problem with it. When it comes to private security guards trying to tell people that they can and can't do this on what they believe is private land, often turns out it isn't private land. That ends up being a super interesting thing to watch, because you get people in high vis thinking that, you know, they can enforce the law. They can't. They've got no powers at all, fundamentally. Another interesting thing we've seen recently is a lot of auditors have started auditing hotels where lots and lots of illegal immigrants, economic migrants, are being housed in London and around the UK. Something that, of course, the authorities are not very keen for all of you to know about, because it's costing us many millions of pounds a week. So auditors do perform a useful public function. Sorry guys, my explanation of an auditor has probably gone way over how long it should be, but that's what auditors do on YouTube. And you say, you know, this person is an auditor. But if you want to know more, search on my channel for 2 interviews, lifeguard and auditor. In fact, we've got those 2 interviews in one video, remarkably. And next time, I say if there is a next time, hopefully there will be, we bump into AY here. I will ask if you would like to have a discussion about what he thinks the positive impact of auditors has had on public bodies and the professionalism and awareness of the police vis-a-vis their own policies and regulations. Still looking over my shoulder at the hold on, US tourist, at the other horse. Ta-da! That's got a good group shot actually in the sunshine, isn't it? I should probably have offered to take a picture from them, but nope, they're back again. Second picture. It never works as well actually when you're taking a selfie at 0.5. Oh, how on earth, folks, are we already at the point of imminent changeover? Like this trooper, we will remember him from recently. South African, extremely authoritative voice. I'm going to be in the yard for this one because it's 1 o'clock, which means we've got a distinct, in fact, a highly probable, actually not even a distinct possibility, I was going to say, highly probable. In fact, no, train's down. They're changing over the gatesman and the chitsman. Now, if ever we needed a sign to be in the yard, that is it. How long have we got? Now, I have no idea if they fixed the bell or not, but according to my phone, we've got about 90 seconds, give or take. And I promise, guys, I'm not going to let anyone stand in front this time, no matter what or how busy it gets. In fact, the line did get chocker, so when the trooper decides to leave the archway shortly... Is he still there? Yeah, he is still there. Now, he might well decide to head to the tunnel early, or not, but either way, he is going to leave his post, because the chain is down on the other side of the yard where the chitsman is. I was thinking then, because he made a little stomp before he moved, I was thinking he might decide to come out now. He can, in theory, leave at any point between now and when the horses come out. So I'll get ready to turn the camera if that happens. I don't expect it will, because they're normally sort of well ensconced in the tunnel by this point, if that's going to happen. kind of lost the sunlight a teeny bit. This horse is still clopping all over the place. That said, at least if he does kick off, we're at the right end. So I mean, I guess that's a positive. The line got filled up pretty fast as well, look. Ta-da. Bros. Oh, who's this resplendent fellow strolling through the yard with his umbrella? Fantastic, look at that. He is, I believe, a former sergeant, folks. Please feel free to correct me, military folk, if I'm wrong. Chelsea pensioner, former sergeant. Now retired. Right, who have we got coming out now? Oh, popular gatesman on the left as a boxman today. Been a while. Try to hold the camera as still as possible, guys. Gosh, very leisurely stroll. To flip that camera behind me when the gatesman leaves. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to flip the camera behind me. I'm going to move back into this position. Because in theory... Actually, wait, hold on a second. I can't even see him. Nope, he's still there, and here he comes. The thing is, the tourists... Wait. They have kind of already started to move. That's a bit of a pity, to be fair. Because... Oh. That was a tour group leader who froze them with his eyeballs open. Now luckily, again, referring to those waterproof boots, guys, look, massive amount of groundwater. We're going to stand in it to get an absolute front row view of this changeover. Nobody's going to get close or in the way, I think, because of all that water. And that would have been super funny if the tour guide had been about 2 seconds further forward. Got plenty of moments like that coming up in the summer, folks. I mean, all summer long we end up with that kind of stupidity with people getting right in the guard's way. Okay, here they come. Oh, I'm very much liking the voice, those commands. Brilliant. Okay, here they come. Stop. of splishy sploshy guys on the ground in the tunnel today. The boots are going to be filthy from just doing this. Enzio's got a brilliant voice. Crystal clear. And amplified by the tunnel. Not that he needs it. I think the tunnel's scared of him, to be honest. Interesting enough, the new gatesman has pretty much followed his colleagues out. As opposed to waiting, as is typically the case, before exiting the tunnel himself. He's actually going to be back at his post in the arches before they've even finished. The relief. Look, extraordinary, eh? I didn't ever remember being able to walk across whilst it's ongoing. Brilliant. Got that one nice and clean and clearly, didn't we, folks? Actually, that was probably one of the best filmed changeovers that I remember. Very, very lucky with that one. Okay, so let's have a little look at which two horses are in the boxes. Complete, hopefully, with names. Let's see. Now, I don't mind if we overshoot a teeny weeny bit. Oh, look, it's still a battle between rain and sun. Okay. This is El Pito, this guy. He used to work for Pablo Escobar. I think he was released after 47 years. So the fact that he's come here for his first picture on his first day of freedom speaks a lot about how significant this place is. Right. Why have I got a feeling this might well be a Z horse? Instinctively. Oh, hold on. Whoopsie, whoopsie, hold on. Horse needs to fall over on my account. Wait. Okay, I'm the only person at this end right now, so let's quickly grab that hoof number. ASAP. Oh, great, hold on. Massive bushy Russian hair right in the frame then, as I was about to take the picture. Risky Volus. Right, the number is... Oh my god, the number is basically nothing. The number's a mess. Hold on, let me have a quick look at the list. Actually, you know what? My instincts are pretty flipping amazing. It's Zambezi. Would you believe it? I honestly am talking about this 20 minutes ago, saying we haven't... It's okay. Haven't seen... I was just about to say something to that idiot who pushed me there, but he said sorry. That we hadn't seen the Z horses for ages, and one turns up. How's about that, eh? It's definitely Zambezi. How do I remember this one in particular? The I don't know the actual technical term for it, but speckling, or whatever you want to call it. The facial markings are super similar to pagans, less pronounced, obviously. But Zamma's is a beauty. I can't take a picture actually, too much flaring. I need to be a teeny bit to my left. Okay, but there we are. Right, that's a bit better. Here we go. Looking magnificent and a very happy horsey in the sunshine. That is definitely Mr. Zambezi. Spectacular blaze. Okay, so that's 3 of the 4 horses identified. I'm doing pretty good, aren't I, guys, on my first day back? Plus, I only coughed once as well. So that's Mr. Zambezi. I think, given I took at least 15 shots, that we got him cleanly and clearly. Sure we did. So that's that done. Let's have a look at the other end. So if that's Mr. Zammers, who have we got on this end? Zammer-wammers. Oh, and also we've seen this trooper in the box. But in terms of which Which hoof number? I mean, I can't tell you at this point. I'll try and get it in a second. I'll get right in front in a minute, guys. 1 second. Let me see if I can get a picture of the horse first, and then we'll go in a little bit closer. Oh, smart mum there. She's like, if you go over that line, you're going to get no food for a month. See? It worked. Parental discipline. Wonderful thing. Right, let's see if we can get a good picture of this horse before we actually ID the horse. We'll see. That said, is he going to look at the camera? Great, I've got some joggers flipping, bouncing ahead as opposed to the horse's head. Is he not? Look, he's pretending that he can't hear us now. Frothy mouth. Not a milkshake. Strawberry milkshake. Chocolate milkshake. Oat milkshake. Oh, yeah, oat, see that? That made his ears twitch. Oats. If you looked, horsey, to your right, there's an oat milkshake. He's coy, isn't he? He knows all of my little tricks, this horse. Right, let's see if we can get the hoof number. He actually just stepped forward with the foot at the right exact moment. Ooh. Okay, this one might be the only one I'm not 100% sure about. I'm going to go with Vulcan. I mean, he blinked. Vulcan? Can't be sure, but I'm about 95% sure it's Vulcan. Not absolute certainty on this one. Hoof number's a bit messy. That said, oh, great, now I put the other camera away. Obviously at that point he looks this way, doesn't he? It's quite unusual for the horses not to move over and have a little look at us, just to wonder, like, what is this guy rattling on about? But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Vulcan. If it's not, guys, drop in the comments which horse it is, and accept my apologies. I'll put it down to my Spanish influenza residue. Oh, that kid wants another picture. His mum's like, no. Not until you join up and I see you on the horse. Okay, these bros are shooting a commercial for Rimowa luggage. There it is, look. Very expensive, guys, £1,000 for a suitcase. Not the kind of suitcase you want to leave on the street here in London, that's for sure. That's awkward. I hope he doesn't accidentally sit on one of those bollards, because it could be a bit painful. It could be, in fact it would be very painful. We haven't seen anybody exceptionally well dressed today, which, to be honest, is disappointing. Why is it disappointing? Well, it's always nice to find one exceedingly well dressed tourist for our well dressed tourist of the day. Now, in the yard, bearing in mind we're almost at the end, which is a bit unfortunate, but I think actually I wasn't honestly expecting to be able to get a full video on the first day back, so we did pretty good. And I'm thinking actually that these tourists might end up count as being today's best dressed, and I mean that without any sarcasm. Why? Immaculate. That's why. Uh-oh. I don't think the trooper wanted to do that, and to be honest, it wasn't his job to do that. It's the bloody father's job to make sure the kids don't walk in there, but respect to him for not raising his voice. I know some troopers would have hit the sword on the ground and given a very loud get out of the arches. So that was kind of interesting. I mean, very much unexpected. But then again, the most curious moments often are. It's a difficult one actually, whether or not to highlight that. It's kind of an interesting day. That bus, by the way, that we saw earlier at the crossing with... Actually, hold on a second. I was wondering if they were shooting a TV show or similar over here. Or is it just a coincidence? Wait. We've got... Let's have a peek. We're about to finish up anyway, guys, so it doesn't hurt. I'm wondering why this bus... Hold on. Has stopped here, but we've got a lot... Oh, flipping. Now they're getting back in again. I was thinking it might have been a scene for a TV show because we had a lot of people dressed in what looked like period clothing. But the second I walked over, they've gone in. Yeah, they have actually. Yeah, there's somebody there with. They were taking still shots and so on. In fact, they still are. Yeah, it's a private hire. Traditional-travel.co.uk if anyone's interested. Cute. Would have been great if they were filming a little scene. Anyway, guys, remarkably, that does bring us to the end. I don't want to push too much today because at the moment my intention is to be back out again tomorrow. So our closing shot is from across the road, while the road is still relatively quiet, taking in the entire frontage. Well, actually not really. I mean, it's about half of it, to be fair. Bearing in mind, Horseguards starts there, all the way along, clock tower at the top, and finishes there. The black gate to the right in the frame is the entrance to the stables at the rear. I'm not giving anything away, folks. This is all public knowledge and easily searchable on Google. Anyway, there we are, folks. First day back. I must admit I'm feeling pretty tired, which I never do after a single video. So that's a good indication that I'm out of here. Back tomorrow, people. Bye for now.